Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news, but before we get into that, I just want to take a minute and ask you guys to make sure that if you like this type of content, that you hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell next to it to be notified of each and every video I post here on the channel, so you can stay up to date on everything dinosaur. And if you could do me a huge favor, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, because every time you do that, it helps the channel out greatly. Anyway, on with the news. The very first thing that I have for you guys is actually some information on an upcoming company called Dino Zoo. I have promoted them a few times in recent videos. Well, on top of a beautiful Catadocus figure that they are going to be releasing, they are also going to be releasing a skull replica of the Catadocus, which you can see from these images here. And again, I think it's a really cool idea to go this route, to release both a dinosaur and the skull replica of that dinosaur. Definitely unique, different, and something that most companies aren't doing, which I can always appreciate. And you can kind of see a sneak peek of the skull here, which I think looks fantastic, as well as this video here, which shows off the fact that the jaw will actually be articulated on the skull replica, which is really cool. And on top of all of that, we actually have some images of the fully painted prototype for the Catadocus, so that we can get an idea of what the final product will look like. And I think it looks fantastic, like really well done from a sculpt standpoint, which we've seen in the previous videos, but also from the paint. Again, the paintwork looks really nice and natural, and definitely something that I personally really want to get a hold of and of course review for you guys, but just to generally add to my collection. It's a species that I've never had the pleasure of adding into my collection, so of course I would instantly want to do that, but especially with it looking as nice as it does, it's definitely a very highly anticipated model on my part. And then as far as Marco Makes goes, we have a look at his upcoming Rubbersaurs Velociraptor, the Jurassic Park Velociraptor. We have some more really nice images of the raptor in general here, showing off just how incredibly gorgeous both the sculpt and the paintwork is. Again, of course, Marco now has transitioned into 3D sculpting, which means his models will somehow manage to get even better than they already were, and I would like to think you could see that quite clearly from these images. But we also have a look at the raptor in the packaging, which I always love the Marco Makes Rubbersaurs packaging. Like, it's so vintage, such an awesome throwback to the days that we, or at least most people my age, would love and remember, which would be the days of Kenner Jurassic Park products. And you could see how insanely nice this looks as far as that goes. Again, Marco just continuing to kill it when it comes to his fantastic models, and this raptor looks insanely awesome already. And then as far as Rebor goes, they actually have recently unveiled another upcoming grab-and-go figure from them, which is definitely something that I wasn't expecting, as they are going to be creating an American alligator. And I really love the grab-and-go line from Rebor. I think they're great figures because they're usually quite sizable, really nicely painted, really nicely detailed, and much cheaper than your average Rebor model is. If you can recall, we've reviewed a few of them here on the channel with the Komodo dragon and the Tyrannosaurs. So they've been releasing some insanely nice figures in the grab-and-go line, and I'm a huge fan of alligators, crocodiles, all kinds of species like that. So this is a must-have if you ask me, and something that I cannot wait to see get made. Unfortunately, there are plenty of other figures in line before it, so I don't know how long it will actually be before it gets a release, but I will be greatly anticipating that release when it does officially go up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store, hopefully, or Everything Dinosaur. And then as far as PNSO goes, we have another model coming from them. As you can see, we now have a Himalayasaurus coming from PNSO. What a really cool species for them to be releasing. And this looks to, as per usual when it comes to PNSO, be the definitive version of this species. Absolutely incredible looking sculpt, and it's now like the fourth or fifth aquatic species that they've released over the past few months, so they're very much so diving into the aquatic species recently. And I love the fact that they are, because they've been releasing some of the most incredible models, I think, of their run, and this was another really nice choice on the part of PNSO species wise to create, because I think the only one that actually has a figure of this species out would be maybe Collect A. I don't really recall anybody else having one out, so it is awesome to see one here from PNSO, because you know you are going to get a top of the line model. when it comes to a PNSO release. This, of course, will be available on the PNSO Amazon and PNSO AliExpress store very soon. I also wanted to let you guys know that LGHN69 on Instagram is selling a beautiful Zilla model, as they have recently created a Zilla kit and are currently selling them from their Instagram account for $249 US plus shipping. However, they actually have just recently put up a limited time offer to purchase this model for $199 US plus shipping. So that's a pretty good deal. Definitely a really nice discount to get that insanely beautiful looking Zilla kit. It looks absolutely perfect as far as what Zilla looks like from the film. So if you are a fan of Zilla specifically, I definitely would recommend heading on over there and purchasing yourself that kit, because it looks absolutely gorgeous in every sense of the word. I don't know that he would paint them for you, as the painted version is insanely awesome looking. Again, just being a kit, I would imagine it would be, you painting it, but potentially maybe you can contact him about painting it up for you as well. I have no idea exactly if he does that or not, but regardless, what I do know is that that Zilla kit looks awesome. And then as far as Making History 490 on Etsy, he's recently created a life-size Jurassic Park style Velociraptor bust, which we can see here from these images, and I think it looks pretty darn nice overall. Again, it quite nicely captures what a JP style Velociraptor looks like, and really sports a very highly detailed appearance. I'm not 100% sure as far as what the price point or anything would be. I found these images on Facebook actually, and thought it was something that was cool enough to share with you guys, so I will actually include a link in the description to his Facebook account where you can contact him to inquire further about purchasing one of these really cool Velociraptor busts. And then as far as Wild Past goes, they've recently shown off another image of their upcoming Majungasaurus, which I think is just easily the nicest Majungasaurus model out there. Just an absolute beast of a Majungasaurus in every way. Wild Past have released some really nice models in the past, but this is definitely going to be my favorite from them. I'm a huge fan of Majungasaurus, so a new Majungasaurus coming from anybody is really exciting to me, but coming from Wild Past and looking as nice as this one does is, on top of being really exciting, I would say potentially a dream come true for me. And then as far as Jurassic Justin goes, we have a look at his fully finished, fully painted prototype for his upcoming Jurassic Park Kenner-inspired Dimetrodon. Obviously, we can see from these images, it is sporting the Kenner paint scheme, which makes it even more awesome. And man, does it look cool. Like, what an incredibly genius idea on the part of Jurassic Justin to go this route and kind of create a little bit more of a stylized version of a Kenner Jurassic Park toy with lots of articulation. It looks honestly like one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen when it comes to an action figure style dinosaur model. And we also have kind of a sneak peek here of what the packaging will look like, so that helps to give you an idea overall of what the presentation of the model will look like. Obviously, this is just kind of like a rough draft, but the figure here seen with paint on it is honestly mind-blowingly awesome and something that I would love to get my hands on. Also, a huge shout out goes to Welcome to Wonderland, which is actually W3LCOME.TO.Wonderland on Instagram, as he had recently pointed out that we have these really cool monster trucks showing up at Target stores across the United States, as we have very cool Jurassic Park monster trucks. We can see we've got a Velociraptor Blue, an Indominus, an Indoraptor, as well as a Triceratops. I don't know if that's all of them, but they look really neat and something that I would actually like to get a hold of. So if I happen to get to a Target anytime soon, I will certainly be picking these up, and I of course wanted to let you guys know so you can do the same. And a huge thank you goes out to Dino Mike Mac on Instagram for pointing this information out to me, but it appears as though we will be getting a very cool Jurassic World Power Flight Quetzalcoatlus at some point. I don't know for sure if this will be coming to the United States, as it was found on a foreign website, but it looks very interesting. Kind of seems like it's like a drone Quetzalcoatlus, which I would love to actually get my hands on. I missed the Pteranodon drone that they had out quite some time ago. I'm still trying to acquire that somehow, but it looks very cool, and another Quetzalcoatlus coming for the Jurassic World line is of course always a good thing. And then as far as Mattel goes, and I did want to let you guys know that I have actually seen all of these leaked images of upcoming figures. Like, there are numerous images out currently of the Giganotosaurus and a few other figures that are coming from Mattel next year. but unfortunately, due to the fact that they are leaked images, I would get in trouble for sharing those. So until I get confirmation from Mattel that I'm actually able to share them, I can't show them here on the channel. They are just kind of running all over the place throughout social media, so they're probably pretty easily accessible to find images of to see. But until I can actually get confirmation that I can share them here, I unfortunately cannot, as I don't want to get in any more trouble than I have in the past when it comes to sharing stuff I wasn't supposed to. But as far as Mattel goes, again, thanks to Dino Mike Mac, we have information from Toy Wiz that states we will be getting 2 very interesting sets coming apparently in December, one of which is a Dino and Human set with an Owen and Mirror Dino, an action figure 2-pack. I have absolutely no idea what that is or exactly what's going to be included, obviously, aside from Owen. Like, it doesn't give us any idea what the dinosaur itself is. But we are also going to be getting a Jurassic World Human and Dino Claire set with a Dilophosaurus. Now, that one does at least state what dinosaur comes with it, but I'm not entirely sure if these are new figures, just repacks. Really have no idea, but I'll be intrigued to find out, that's for sure. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way. But until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.